G'day. Welcome back to the $100,000 crypto challenge. I've been on the sidelines for the past couple months, but I'm now 55% allocated into the market. Let's take a look at why in this video. Please note that the information contained in this video is not financial advice and is purely for entertainment purposes. In this video, I'll spend the bulk of it looking at BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, why it matters, and how I'm playing it. To begin with, previous spot Bitcoin ETF applications. There have been 33 applications in all. All of them have been rejected by the SEC. Why is this BlackRock one different? It's different because BlackRock have previously applied for 576 ETFs with the SEC, of which only one has been rejected. BlackRock's application will become official on June 29th. Why does a spot ETF matter? It matters because it allows for retail and institutional investors to invest without technical challenges. What I'm talking about is they don't need to worry about self-custody, they don't need to worry about getting into Binance, Kraken, Coinbase, and having the SEC come after those exchanges. So when I say mainstream adoption here, I'm not talking about everyone using Bitcoin as opposed to fiat currency. What I mean is that it allows for mainstream people, mainstream money to easily buy Bitcoin, to transact with Bitcoin if they so choose to do so. A good precedent is gold. So when the gold ETF was approved, the price of gold increased over 350% in the 7 years that followed. Here's the gold monthly chart. I've got 3 yellow lines here. This first yellow line is May 2002. This is when the gold ETF was first filed on the Indian Stock Exchange. We've then got March 2003. This is when the gold ETF went live on the Australian Stock Exchange. Finally, we've got November 2004 when the US gold ETF went live. In the 7 years following this US gold ETF going live, gold price appreciated over 350%. Now, this sets a good precedent for Bitcoin because when you get this ETF, when it's a spot ETF, it means that the holding company has to go and actually purchase gold, or they have to actually go and purchase Bitcoin. If they purchase Bitcoin, of course, then the company has to go and buy Bitcoin and take it off of the market. If there's a lot of purchases, increases demand for that product, there's more liquidity, price is going to go up. Now, looking at my portfolio today, the reason I'm not 100% allocated into Bitcoin is because we're in the month leading up to Litecoin halvening. And traditionally in this month and in the 6 months or so that follow the Litecoin halvening, we traditionally have a down period in the crypto market. So I'm not looking to pick up any alts at this stage. I'm only interested for the time being in picking up Bitcoin due to this ETF narrative. Now, this is the typical timeline for a Bitcoin spot ETF in terms of its application to the SEC and its eventual rejection. You have 3 opportunities for the SEC to delay, and then finally the approval or rejection. Historically, I've seen ETFs get delayed at each milestone until they eventually get rejected. Now, while there are reasons for this one to be approved and reasons for it to be rejected, I do think there is opportunity for decent price appreciation in this initial 45-day period. Now, after that, I'm not too sure because we're already in that part of the cycle where price would ordinarily be trending down. So it would be, in my opinion, tougher price to keep moving higher if all these delays play out, given where we are in the cycle. Now, I think obviously if the ETF is rejected, then price will crater and I'll certainly immediately get out of the market. I'll just be positioning myself for retest of the bottom somewhere towards the end of the year, somewhere between 16 and 20k. In terms of my overall market outlook, this is my ETH market outlook from 2 months ago, so from April. Now, assuming that the ETF is not approved in August, I actually have no change for ETH. I'm picturing this long drawn out double bottom playing out over many months. The reason being that I see this spot ETF application only benefiting Bitcoin. I do expect Bitcoin dominance to continue to increase. I do expect alts to continue to bleed out. They might get some nice pumps here and there, but on the overall, I would expect them to bleed out. In terms of Bitcoin, this was my market outlook from 2 months ago in April. At this stage, I'd sold out of everything. You can see then that in the 2 months since, which is all of this, it's generally just been down only, just a slow bleed out. Right up until this SEC news, right up until this BlackRock news, we've got a big move now. We're back above 30,000. Now in between 28.5 and 32, there's a lot of resistance. My central case is that we will break out of this. We will, I would expect, tag 36k. That's kind of what I'm looking at. No guarantees, obviously, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, that at least a tag to 36k over the next couple of weeks in this 45-day period. My plan for the remainder of the year hasn't changed since my previous video. So, assuming that there's a rejection of this ETF, then I'd be out of the market and looking to allocate 100% on a retest of the lows somewhere in Q3 or Q4, looking to pick up Bitcoin, looking to pick up ETH, potentially picking up Randa and some other big caps. I'd be looking to market buy because the market is quite efficient at these lows. That's what I've been seeing. I'd be looking to hold with strong hands because even if price goes down, I'd still believe that in the future price will be higher. And in my previous video, I said that I wouldn't want to hold more than 20 coins in the bull. Now, having reflected on that, I've updated that to 30. That's because I think I'll just find it too hard to limit myself to 20. There's going to be a lot of small cap gems out there where you just have to take a shot. If you don't take a shot, sometimes you miss out on some big gains. But I will hold myself accountable to no more than 30 coins in the bull. Just looking at one coin, which I talked about a lot in Discord, you can see here on 7th of May, I said that if alts were more bullish, I would have bought some LBR, some Libra Finance. For now, I'm just monitoring LBR price and the project's Discord and the project's socials. Now, I had $5,000 ready on Uniswap. I had the buy button ready, but the market was just looking really terrible to me, and I just thought it's better to just be safe than sorry. Now, what happened, of course, is LBR, when it did a 15x, went up to about $4.50, and I was a little bit annoyed. The reason I really liked LBR is because basically allows you to lock up your ETH, borrow against it with EUSD, and EUSD pays out approximately 7% per annum, something like that. The yield is based off of the ETH yield that you get from staking on the ETH network. So I'd call it a real yield kind of play. Now it's interesting to me because if you held spot ETH, you could then go and short the same amount of spot ETH, so that you're delta neutral essentially, and then you could go and borrow USD and just earn yield for pretty much with no risk, other than I guess the OBR platform, getting hacked, having something terrible happen to it. So I do see it as a really good protocol. I did miss out in reflecting on it. I think realistically, if I did buy here at 30 cents, I would have sold half at 60 cents just to take my risk out of the project, and I probably would have held that bag until now. So today it's about $1.20. I'd be up, I think, overall about 10,000 in this position if I had actually bought and sold at 60 cents. But it is what it is. Now it is a project that I'm continuing to monitor, and if the timing is right and the price is right, I will look to enter. In terms of buys and sells since the last video, after missing on LBR, I did buy GMD, I did buy GHA, looking to get into some real projects. I took some huge losses on those. I got out. It's not great that I lost money, but I think it was important that I took a shot. I also sold my Litecoin at 73, pretty much the day after I sold. That's when this BlackRock news came out. Litecoin went back up to 94. It's pretty annoying. Not much I can do. And of course, I've been buying Bitcoin. So at the moment, all I'm looking at doing is acquiring more Bitcoin at the right price, and that's pretty much it. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you're able to find some value, please help by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Any questions about particular coins or anything really, if you leave a comment down below, I will make sure I respond and let you know my thoughts. I don't have any plans to be back until things get more interesting. This could be a while, so until then, let's always be looking for an edge. Take care until next time, and thanks for watching the $100,000 Crypto Challenge.